Okay, Kubrick Lover 1972 here. Um, I decided to do another video tonight, just like round out the Asian movies that I have. I might have some more here and there. Probably, maybe, yeah, I do have some more in other areas of my collection. But as far as concentrated areas, this is the area I guess that ends it all. This next part is basically Chinese films. There's a few Japanese or Japanese oriented movies, but a fair amount of these are Chinese. So let's start out. Let's start with those. Um, Watched this just recently. I just got this in the July sale, I believe, of the Barnes and Noble sale, and this movie's fantastic. It's called Touch of Zen, and it's like a whole bunch of different types of movies. It starts off with like daily daily life in the Ming Dynasty, and then it goes to a martial arts type film, or maybe that's the third part. And then it evokes a ghost story, and then at the end it's about Buddhism, and I mean it's just fantastic because it had a huge influence on Ang Lee on films like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and they're jumping in the sky, and they're moving in the sky, and it is fantastic. I mean, I want to watch this film over again. I mean, it's that good. I mean, this film is uh, 3 hours long, but it's never boring. So I highly recommend it. Next one, probably everybody's heard of this one. It's one Best Foreign Film, I believe. It won 4 Academy Awards: Best Foreign Film, Best Cinematography, Best Art Direction, Best Original Score, and that's Ang Lee's Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and it has let's see, Michelle Yeoh, Chow Yun Fat, so pretty prominent Asian actors. Um, Enjoyable movie. I haven't watched it in quite some time. And here's a few films by a director named Zhang Yimou. Zhang Yimou, he originally made some films that I think he's part of what's called the Fifth Wave, which is these Chinese filmmakers, and they were uh, um, criticizing the government. And he made a few films. He made Razor and Lantern. I think it's called Judo, his first one, which maybe means red silk or something. And I think he did Farewell My Concubine. But they're critical of the government in like a veiled way, like showing things happening in the past, and you can relate it to what's happening now. But at a certain point, Zhang Yimou started making more entertainment-based movies, and this is one of them. It's a hero. So, yeah, Zhang Yimou. Tony Leung is in this. I think he was in the Lover. I'm not sure. I don't recognize the other names. Oh, Maggie Chung. Maybe I recognize. Maybe I've heard of her. I'm not sure. I think I've watched this movie. So it's Hero. Next, another film by Zhang Yimou, House of Flying Daggers. It's got no, I don't know any of these actors. I don't know if I know really most of China's actors. I mean, I'm just aware of one, which I'll share in just a second here. Um, but it's another martial arts film. There's a pamphlet that came with it. So that's House of Flying Daggers. It's got a beautiful shot where I can't remember if it's a pea, like a pea, um, a vegetable. It's like, or it's like a bean or something flying all over the place. There's this blind, maybe the woman is blind or something, and is hitting all these fabrics or whatever, or hitting these drums. It's a scene where all these things are going, spinning around and all that. I'm not doing a good job, but maybe people that have seen it probably um, recognize that scene. Okay, so now we're getting to a person I have heard of, and she's been in Zhang Yimou's films. I believe she's been in Zhang Yimou's films, and I think The Road Home. I don't know if The Road Home, if that's the film I'm thinking of, where she goes from the countryside to Beijing. I think it's Beijing. But anyways, this film's set in the past. It's set in the 1800s. So anyways, the person that I'm talking about that's famous to the West is Gong Li. She's right. Wait, that's her right there, and she's well known to the West. And a person I know, Chinese person, she says this other person, Lu Zhao Ping or Qing or Hing. She's famous in China, but not in the West. She's not known in the West. So there's and this is the Empress Dowager, and she plays the Empress Dowager, which if you see The Last Emperor by Bertolucci, she's the woman at the start that in the Forbidden City that gives Puyi the title of emperor, and she wasn't a great person, I don't think. She was pretty cold, pretty scheming kind of person. Yeah. So here's a film with Gong Li. I don't recognize any of the other names. It also has some Chinese characters in it. So what I mean by that is the writing. It has English writing, but it also has Chinese running on it here. I haven't opened it up, but it looks interesting. The Emperor and the Assassin. So that looks good. And then sort of going back into Japan, I think it's a Japanese movie, The Bodyguard with Sonny Chiba. And I got this because Sonny Chiba was in Kill Bill. So, and then I think this is Hong Kong. This is Warrior of Steel. It's Shaw Brothers, who I guess they make, martial arts movies, or they did, yeah. And this is, going back to Japan again, this is a miniseries. It's an American miniseries. I believe it's American. Yeah, I think so. It stars Richard Chamberlain and Toshiro Mifune, and it's based on a book by James Clavell, and it's Shogun. So, all the whole thing. It's 5 discs, and it also has a selected commentary, selected scenes, 13-segment documentary on the making of Shogun, historical featurettes on the samurai, the tea ceremony, and the geisha. Or the geisha. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. So there's that. I looked at a bit of it, but I really want to watch it. I mean, when it came out in the early 80s, I was very young. I was a kid, and I don't think I got to stay up to watch it. So when I saw, that I think I bought it online, and I wanted to see the whole thing, so that's why I bought it. The next one is Mongol, which is about Genghis Khan. This is a really good movie. Genghis Khan was like the greatest conqueror the world ever knew. He outdid like Alexander, Caesar, Napoleon. He was just he was he had the most control over the largest area of land of all those types of people. So it's pretty cool, that film. Then we have Marco Polo, and I think this is a TV movie. When I was a kid, that I couldn't. Maybe I watched this thing. Maybe I watched this whole movie when I was a child. I can't remember, but it was produced in conjunction with the Rai TV, I think, or something, which is Italian, or Radio Television Italiana. But it's this. This is one of my few movies that's from another country, and it's from Taiwan. So, and Marco Polo, of course, I think right there that's Kublai Khan, and he's one of the sons of Genghis Khan. I believe Genghis Khan had 4 sons, and Kublai Khan's territory was China, or part of China. And next up is a film I got because I thought it'd be interesting, and I saw it, and I was sort of about it. But I think I'm warming up to this film, and I'm just taking it for the fun nature of the film. But and I know I'm going back to Japan. Now I'm going back to Japan. I've shown all the China stuff, unless I have more China stuff in other areas. But my concentrated country by country area, China that's all covered now. So here's House, and it's directed by Nobuhiko Obayashi. Nobuhiko Obayashi. And the plot of this film is that this young girl, she has a stepmother, I believe, stepmother, and she wants to get out of the house and get away from things. You can see hang on. You can see the director there with the cast, and then I think that's him right there. So, anyways, she goes with her school friends to her aunt's house in the country, and her aunt's house is haunted. So, and that's why it's called House, because the house is haunted. So, but if you take it just as a fun movie, it works. I think. It's not supposed to be Kurosawa or Ozu or, Kan Ichikawa or any of those types of people, And we're getting close to the end here of all these Japanese movies. Last Samurai, Tom Cruise. I just basically bought this because I'm into Japan, and I like Tom Cruise. I have a few films of his, and it's an okay movie. And then the remainder is Kurosawa. And I'm showing the Kurosawa again because these are Kurosawas I got after I showed my collection of Kurosawas a few years back. I think all these will be familiar because I showed the titles before, but they're Blu-rays. So well, let's start from the back here. First of all, you got Rashomon. I think I got Rashomon because I think it has more stuff on it. It's got an audio commentary by Japanese film historian Donald Ritchie, interview with Robert Altman about Rashomon, excerpts from the world of Kazuo Miyagawa, a documentary on Rashomon's cinematographer, a testimony as an image, a 68-minute documentary featuring interviews with cast and crew, archival audio interview with actor Takashi Shimura. So I did have this on DVD, and you know, this film, I don't know if it really, you need the Blu-ray treatment on it, because, I mean, like with Seven Samurai, great movie, you know, Seven Samurai, this too, but like with Seven Samurai, they can't restore, I don't think they can restore it to pristine condition, you know. It looks pretty good already on DVD, you know, Seven Samurai. So I don't know why I bought this. I think I bought it because maybe it had extra features. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bought it. And then the next one, I think it had extra features. That's why I bought it. And it's a dual format. It's Blu-ray and DVD. And I think it has extra features. It's got audio commentary by Michael Jack, documentary on the making of the film, created as part of the Toho Masterwork series, Akira Kurosawa. It is wonderful to create two alternate subtitle translations by Japanese film translator Linda Hoagland and Kurosawa expert Donald Ritchie, and trailer. So, and that's my personal favorite of Kurosawa. A lot of my favorites are by Kurosawa, you know, Seven Samurai, Ikiru, Yojimbo, Ran. What else? Maybe Bad Sleep Well, I guess I'd add in there. And I don't know. Maybe Dreams. But Throne of Blood is my personal favorite. I mean, just this guy. It's based on Macbeth and sort of follows, you know, Kurosawa did 3 adaptations of Shakespeare during his life, and this is one of them. Ron was the other, that was King Lear, and then Bad Sleep Well was loosely adapted from Hamlet. But this is just a brilliant movie, showing how a man just loses his sanity, and the end scene with the arrows being thrown at him, you know, and the forest moving. I mean, this is a brilliant, great movie, you know. So maybe it's my personal favorite Japanese film, you know. And then this film was an influence for Star Wars, because you have a princess character and 2 bandits, the princess representing Princess Leia, the 2 bandits representing C-3PO and R2-D2, and oh no, they're not bandits, are they? The bandit is the Toshiro Mifune character, and he's sort of the Han Solo character. Hidden Fortress, they're smuggling, they're smuggling valuable objects, and maybe it's jewelry, or I can't remember what it was. I'm doing this. Let's see. There you go. And it's got a book here. And you know, these 2 peasants, they you know, argue with each other, just like C-3PO and R2-D2 argue. So I think Sanjuro, which is another Kurosawa film, maybe Lucas had got some of the inspiration for Star Wars from that as well. I'm not sure, but this definitely he got some, inspiration for. There they are, the two peasant characters. So that does it. Next up, we're going to have, I'm going to rather show you Italian movies that I have in my collection. I already showed you my Fellini, so I'll be showing you some Rossellini, Vittorio De Sica, Antonioni, Pasolini, Visconti, Bertolucci, and a few other guys, a few other Italians within those directors, and then further, then more after that, different countries. Some of them grouped together by director, that I haven't shown yet. So, but that about covers the Asian stuff, except for maybe one here or there when in the box set of Zatoichi, which I'll show when we get to box sets. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the near future.